Hi there. I got a new notebook today and it's making me reminisce over all of my old ones and think through my old processes. I like to keep all my journals so I can go back and reference information because everything is organized by date. And so I used to just use whatever random notebooks. For example, there was a time when I would just take a calendar, like a 12-month calendar, and just write in the little days what I needed to do and when assignments were due. And then I moved on to, I would take my second grade spelling notebook, tear out the old pages, and then use the leftover pages as my notebook for the year. And then eventually, people would gift me 5x7 blank notebooks, and I would use those. Sometimes they were lined, sometimes they were blank. And then I got myself a blank journal from Half Price Books, like a hardcover one. And I realized this was the perfect journal for me because it was 8.5 by 11. It wasn't too small. I loved having big blank pages to write on. After that notebook filled up, I went to get a new one. I couldn't find blank notebooks that were big anywhere, only small ones. And I didn't want to pay more than 20 bucks for the, what are they called? The Leuchtturm ones, the German ones. I didn't want to get the expensive Moleskine ones. And even those, it's hard to find the right size that's blank. So eventually, I was running out of time to find a notebook, and I went to Target, and I got this Sketchbook. And it's super thick. It's like 1 inch thick, and you can see like it's really worn after my using it. And then you can kind of see there all my little pages that I wrote on. I really enjoyed how big and blank the pages were, but the thing looks so unprofessional. So finally on Amazon, I found like a regular size notebook. That's the back. A regular size notebook with just enough pages, unlined, for maybe $4 or $5. So I started buying those, and my notebooks last about 6 months before they get full or really worn out. And I went from blank notebooks to dot grid, which helps keep your lines nice and straight. But yeah, I got this dot grid, and then I moved on to this dot grid, and I recently tried the Best Self Planner. It's like a 90-day year or a 12-week year, so you can set goals and get as fast as you can in 3 months. Every day you have to reflect on decide what your priorities are, do your morning gratitude, and then at the end of the day figure out, did I get my daily priorities done? Am I getting my weekly priorities done? Am I getting my monthly priorities done? Here's an example of a daily page. You can write hour by hour what you're planning, your day's targets and goals, and lessons learned, your wins, and they have like for every week you fill in kind of a week overview, and then of course for every month, the month overview. There's that. But I realized, so while I did this Best Self, I also continued to do my regular journal because I need space to write and draw, and I don't always write in straight lines. Like I like to write vertically sometimes and draw shapes and write them in. And so I had to have 2 notebooks. But what was hard for me with the Best Self notebook is consistently looking at the month, the day, and the week. Like that's just too many things for me to look at. I like to turn to 1 page, maybe even 2, and write everything down. So I want to like the Best Self journal, but I'm not sure if it's the right thing for me. I need more of just a blank page. And I'm also learning I'm not a linear person. I write like weekly, daily, monthly, quarterly goals, but I work so organically. I'm not always focused on, finish 1 course of action until success, because I kind of explore other things and then I'll come back to it. So I'm realizing that's part of my personality. I just work differently. And when there are times when I can really focus and drill down, and I know how to arrange my environment to accomplish what I need to accomplish. But I don't always want to do that. So I think I need to accept that and not try to be something that I'm not. So the latest thing I'm trying is I ordered a bullet journal. Actually, I actually paid like 20 bucks for this thing. I've never done that before. I don't like spending a lot of money on planning things, but I'm gonna give this a shot. So I'm unboxing it now.